Hey, if you're looking for a personal trainer, there are 5 things you must ask before you get started with them. I'm Coach Brian here with Criticalbench. I'm a strength coach, functional movement specialist, and I've been working with clients and athletes just like you for the past 15 plus years. I've been in high performance centers, I've been in big box gyms, I've worked from home, I've worked from school. I've worked with a lot of people, all demographics, from all environments. And what I'm sharing with you are 5 things that I've learned over the past 15 years on questions I've been asked, but also the education that I've pursued. These are things that I hold close to my heart that actually will separate from the good from the bad. So if you're starting out and you're looking for a personal trainer, there are 5 things you must ask them. Or if you don't have direct access to the personal trainer, ask someone in charge. Ask the training manager, ask the front desk staff. Again, these are 5 questions that need to be answered. And there's going to be some red flags given if some of these answers are kind of, you know what I'm talking about. And hey, if you're looking for an online personal trainer, you can still ask these same questions, because these questions you can't debate them. They're black and white. They're fact or fiction or non-existent. So the first one is ask what kind of certifications they hold. And then get some specifics. Say, hey, what kind of certifications do you hold? How long has it been active? Are there any type of CEUs or continuing education credits required for these type of certifications? Now then, once you get that information, go back and do your own research. Some of these certifications, anybody, and I'm talking anybody, and this is where things get really scary, anybody can get a certification. All you need is maybe 8 hours on the weekend from a computer and maybe a couple $100. That's all it takes, because these certification agencies are in it for the money. They're not in it for actually helping change lives. So if somebody's got 3 different types of certifications and they're all one-day weekend courses, and they've only had to pay money and never actually had to get their hands dirty, if you know what I mean, that's probably something that you're going to be like, I don't really trust you, compared to other certifications where it requires years of education. Some certifications actually have a requirement of having a 4-year exercise or fitness related degree, or you need to have certain in-person tests given to either pass or fail. So again, do your research on certifications and don't be afraid to ask questions on what type of certifications. The second one is education. Now don't confuse certifications and education, because I've got a master's degree in exercise science from an actual university, not online. My education will trump anybody else's education that is pretty much anything less of that. Now I'm not saying there aren't smart people out there without education, but it's a good question to go into this process saying, hey, do you have any formal education? Or what's your degree in? If it's a degree in marketing, well, they're gonna be good at selling you personal training. So education is key. There's so many different types of degrees out there. And again, not all degrees or not all universities are the same. So if you want to do a little more research on the intensity of these programs, by all means. So certifications and education. The third one is crucial. And I made a video, it's actually right up there. You can click that banner to find this video. But I made a video on the 3 things strength coaches and personal trainers must be doing. And it talks about assessments and the type of assessments given. So the thing that you need to ask a coach or a personal trainer is, what assessments do they use? Very simple, just say that. Hey, what assessments do you use? And they're gonna say either this type of assessment agency, or they're gonna say, oh, I'll see how many push-ups you can do, I'll see how high you can jump, I'll see if you can touch your toes. If they say these things, they don't have the right education, they don't have the right certifications. Because an assessment is the most important thing that a trainer can give to you, but it's also the most important thing for you to receive from the trainer. Because hey, you've got issues, you're jacked up, and we need to know how to get you from here to here, and the only way to do that is through an assessment. So make sure you ask what type of assessment they use. The next one is, you're gonna see where I'm going with it, but ask if they do any meal planning. And the reason why I bring this up is because not all, and not even most, but many personal trainers think they're experts in nutrition. The truth of the matter is they're not. They're not experts in meal planning. They're not experts in nutrition. Now, there are different education degrees. There's registered dietitian, there's nutritionist, there's food coaching, there's holistic practitioners, there's many different quote-unquote professional nutrition experts. Now, personal trainers aren't nutrition experts. They might be experts in personal training. They might have some just basic understanding of nutrition, but if they say, oh yeah, I do meal planning, then you need to start the process all over. What type of meal planning certifications do they have? What type of nutrition education do they have? Is there a benchmark that they go from? Do they do blood work? Do they do urine samples? Do they do DNA testing? Do they do all this background stuff that is a must to prescribe the proper meal plan? And did you know that many states, I think it's almost nearly all states, a personal trainer cannot prescribe, or actually anybody cannot prescribe a certain type of meal plan. So there's a big loophole out there in the industry right now that many people are going against the law, illegally prescribing meal plans to people. Now, there's a whole bunch of controversy out there around this because it's one of those things where the FDA doesn't really want to get involved in, but there are laws protecting you as a consumer or a client protecting you as a dietitian and a nutritionist that prevents other people from giving bad information. So if you're working with somebody right now giving a meal plan, hey, it might work, but legally they're not allowed to do that. So if they say, yeah, I give a meal plan, get more information on that and tread lightly with that. Like for me, I say no, I do not do a meal plan because that's not my expertise. However, I have partnered with people in the past, registered dietitians, certified nutritionists that actually are able to give that information legally, and they're going to give a lot better information than me because I'm the coach, I know exercise, I know fitness. The last one is a good thing to ask is, what are their training styles? So if you're brand new to the gym and you don't know what training styles are, but you have preferences, you might like private, isolated training sessions, like, in the back corner, minimal equipment, body weight movements, like, oh, you like to do calisthenics. Well, if somebody's going to say, we're going to get in the gym, we're going to throw dumbbells around, we're going to make some noise, we're going to get you strong, that might not be your preference. Or the other way around, where somebody says, hey, we're going to meet at the park and we're going to do all these body weight exercises, but you just want to get into the gym and just lift some heavy weights. You need to know their training style. And the best answer that they can give you is saying, the training style that's going to work best for you is what training style you want to work on. Now, as a strength coach or a personal trainer, if you get that answer, or if you give that answer, you need to understand how to train according to their goals. Now, your goals, that might be your preference, but the purpose of their goals is to accomplish something. So if you don't know anything about stretching and that's what they need, you better learn everything you can before you start stretching out that client. So again, if you're looking for a personal trainer, these are 5 things you gotta ask them before you ever start. Assessment is the number one, that they need to do some form of assessment. So hey, hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up, drop me a comment below, and if you've got a question about this topic, please let me help you out. I've got a lot of information I'm willing to share with you. All you need to do is reach out. I appreciate you watching. Have an awesome day, and we'll see you soon.